I look exactly like my 24F, fiancé's 28M, mother. I, 24F, have been with my fiancé, 28M, for the past 5 years and engaged for the past year. He's the love of my life and we get along very well. He's always has a strange adoration for his mother. He usually talks about how smart, how kind, how funny she is. I always thought it was sweet because I don't have a good relationship with my mother. He often said I have the same personality type as his mother too, we're both INTPs. During our whole relationship, I hadn't met his family. We live in Germany, they're in the US. We're currently visiting them now. When I met her, I really liked her. She's 64 so I didn't notice our resemblance at first, but when I looked at her wedding photos with my fiancé's father, I really looked like I could be her daughter. Even my fiancé's father pointed it out. We both have curly ginger hair and green eyes, and we both have bangs. We are a similar height and build. It's so eerie. If you compare a photo of her in her youth with me, we look like we could be sisters. His mother is also a fan of red lipstick. Guess what color the lipsticks he buys me are? Red. I asked a few friends what they thought, and they said this obviously can't be a coincidence. I decided to speak to him before bed yesterday and I pointed out how similar I was to his mother. He shrugged and said people usually choose partners who are similar to their parents. I didn't believe him but he showed me some articles on Google. I tried to let it go today, but I met some more of his relatives and everyone is talking about how his mother and I look like we're related. His mother finds this whole thing cute and has said my son misses me so much when he's in Germany that he found my look-alike. How do I approach a conversation with him about this again? Or am I just overreacting and should I let it go? I would love some advice. Update. Hello everyone. I posted 5 days ago asking for advice because I realized that my fiancé's mother and I look extremely similar. Most of the advice told me to change my appearance, which is what I did. I managed to find a very nice wig. It has straight brown hair. His sister-in-law installed it for me. I've had it on for 3 days now and my fiancé hates it. He's pissed at his sister-in-law for installing it too. I made sure it was a brown that suited me because I am very pale and everyone has complimented it but him. Even his mother said it was beautiful. My fiancé keeps saying it doesn't suit my complexion and that my ginger hair is much better. I made up a lie and told him that my hair couldn't deal with the water in the US. Germany has hard water but the city my fiancé's family lives in has even harder water, miraculously, so I said my scalp was irritated. He bought a water filter, face with spiral eyes emoji. He refused to have sex with me because I didn't look like myself to him. I also stopped wearing the red lipstick. I wore a pink one instead and all he did was ask if I had a new favorite. I told him that red was his favorite, not mine, and he agreed with that. Yesterday, I removed the wig so I could wash my hair and he walked in on me installing it again. He said that I shouldn't put it back on because it looked terrible and I rolled my eyes and laughed at him. After that, we had a conversation. He said that I looked so much better ginger and he wanted to have sex because we hadn't done it in a few days because of the wig. I told him I didn't know how hair attached to a net prevented us from being intimate. I then asked him why he called me mommy in bed. Disclaimer, I do not enjoy being called mommy in bed but I dealt with it because I love him. He gave the same response as usual and said it was a kink. I said I didn't like it and he said that he wouldn't do it anymore but he was disappointed because as his partner, I should be supportive of his kinks. I said that I'd support others but not this one. I then told him I found it extremely uncomfortable that I look exactly like his mother. I said I'd understand if we were both gingers but we look so similar people have mistaken us for being mother and daughter. He immediately got defensive and said that it was just a coincidence. I told him that with the mommy kink it was starting to look intentional. He then finally came clean. He said that he did decided to get to know me because I look like his mother. He said that he first took an interest in me, non-romantic, because the resemblance was uncanny and he was intrigued by it. Then he said he fell in love with my personality and that's why he decided to ask me out. So he wouldn't have asked me out solely based on my resemblance to his mother. I asked about the red lipstick and he said that he liked red lipstick and he asked his mother for a recommendation, so I guess that checks out. I then asked about him gearing me towards hobbies that his mother has. I like to crochet and bake because he first introduced me to those hobbies and I found out those are his mother's main hobbies. He said that baking and crocheting are nurturing hobbies and he wanted a nurturing partner. And since mothers are, usually, very nurturing, he wanted a partner with his mother's qualities. And about the wig, he just said he preferred my natural hair. I honestly don't know how to feel about all of this. On one hand, this is weird as F. On the other hand, his explanations kinda do make sense. I saw a comment on my old post from a ginger saying that she's dated a lot of men with ginger mothers, so I don't know if this means that this is normal or extremely abnormal. He's an amazing and loving partner outside of this, so I'm thinking of getting us couples counseling and postponing our wedding plans. One good thing that has come out of this is that at least I know I look amazing with brown hair too. I would like some more advice and thoughts on this. I am still in the US with his family and I still have my wig on. Next story. My 19F boyfriend, 23M, is mad at me because I didn't tell him I'm quarter Thai. I've been dating this guy for 5 months and he hasn't met much of my family yet. My boyfriend had met my dad, 100% British, but he never met my mum. She is half Thai and she does look Thai. I don't look Thai, so as a teenager, when my friends would visit my house and see my mum clearly looked Thai and not fully British, they would be shocked but found it cool. I decided to temporarily stay with my boyfriend during this time. My mum came over to drop off some essentials but we kept our distance. When my boyfriend met my mum he was really taken back, she looked Thai. When my mum left, he asked why I never told him, and I told him honestly that I didn't feel like it's something I need to address. He's mad I never mentioned much about it and I think he's using that as an excuse because he's racist. I don't want to jump to conclusions but his family are all British and it seems they don't know how to embrace other cultures/ethnicities. He just can't get past it and even goes as far as trying to pick out my features that look Thai. I told him if this is going to be a problem because I didn't think it would be a big deal as it has become. He's brushing it off but I feel like he's really gone off me now. I don't know. What do I do about this? TLDR, boyfriend found out my mum is half Thai, making me quarter Thai. He was mad I never said anything and I think he doesn't like me anymore. I don't know if it's because I never told him my background of being Thai or because he might be racist. Update. I don't think I'll be posting on this account again but I still wanted to give you an update, sorry it's so long. I stayed up and read all your comments last night while my ex-boyfriend was sleeping and it brought me to tears. His reaction felt wrong in my gut and seeing you all agree and not accuse me of overreacting made it all feel real. Over the past few days since he met my mum he has been dropping rude remarks and continuing to treat me unfair after his initial reaction, so it is clear it wasn't a heat of the moment thing and he can't let it go. I'm sad I never saw this side of him sooner, though I am glad I now know his true colors and he never has the chance to meet the rest of my family. I have young cousins that are fully Thai and if he ever met my extended family and showed this sort of behavior I would feel so ashamed. My family don't deserve racism, I don't deserve it either. So I told him that the way he talks about my family's ethnicity is hurtful. It was hard because he was not being blatantly racist, but he was clearly bothered by my race despite denying it. Thankfully, I've isolated myself for many weeks, and so have my parents. I was scared I wouldn't be able to go back home but I feel like it is very necessary under these circumstances. I don't want to live in a household with someone who makes me feel inferior because my family and I are Thai. So, you will be glad to know I broke up with him. Surprisingly, he took it well. Maybe because as I thought from the start, he lost his attraction to me or was uncomfortable with my heritage. He appeared like a kind guy for months, so seeing this from him has left me feeling distraught. I feel stupid that I let him into my life and lived in his house these last few weeks, though being in quarantine had unnaturally progressed our relationship as someone in the comments mentioned. I will learn from my mistakes and grow from this. I don't think he will ever change, and despite me telling him his behavior is wrong and it's racist, I don't think he realizes it himself. That's it. Thank you for everyone who gave me advice from the very start. Sometimes it's hard to see things clear and you need encouragement from others to do the right thing for yourself and for your loved ones. I was pretty isolated from everyone but him, so it was nice to have people on Reddit help me come to terms with all this. You made me feel less alone and made me realize I do have value. I shouldn't be treated like I'm anything less and I should be surrounded by people who love me for who I am. I am proud to be Thai. Edit 1. Some people were saying did he know you were Thai at all or if I was hiding it from him and why I assumed him being upset was racist, so I'm going to sum that all up for you. I mentioned I was Thai briefly before but never mentioned I was specifically quarter Thai, and I don't think he understood how much Thai was in my family and it didn't hit him until he actually saw my mum's psychical appearance. He judged her appearance immediately before anything else. He wasn't pleasantly surprised like most people are and he was offended. I was not hiding it from him at all. I am used to my mum being Thai and it's so normal to me because I've grown up with a Thai family. I don't think I should have to warn people I am Thai if that makes sense. I'm just used to my race and I didn't think it would affect others so bad. He was upset, not because he felt like he was left in the dark about my culture or because I never told him my whole family background. He was upset/angry because ignorantly he expected my mum to look like me. He didn't expect to see my mum who is half Thai. The reason I feel he was being racist is because he was almost disgusted when he saw my mum's psychical appearance, and after he wasn't interested in the culture or anything and was more bothered about mine and my family's appearance. Like, oh, your eyes actually do look Thai. But he said it like it was a bad thing. Days after, he continued to say remarks that were mean and made me feel bad about myself. I mentioned this in the comments on my previous post. I hope that sums up everything for you, even though I shouldn't have to explain myself. I won't be answering questions accusing me of hiding my culture or anything like that in the comments, so here is your answer. I hope you guys like this video. If you did, make sure like, comment, share and subscribe the channel Relationship Drama Stories.